Hey, what's up, guys? Like the title says, we're going to be playing Dirt 5 and discussing Brenden Schaub, the UFC fighter turned comedian that had the special Ringo Poppy. And oh man, it's quite the downfall to watch, but also quite the interesting thing with Joe Rogan being the one that really backed him, pushed him into quit fighting and going into comedy, podcasting. Really interesting. We're gonna watch this dude in the background. His channel name is, I think it's Augustino Zinga. Sorry if I mispronounced that. But he does pretty good commentary on all this stuff. And that's going to be in
to
the
get a
background.
beard trim is that sometimes
Hold on, I got to change my audio over. Forgot. Thought I did. All right.
the barbers can give you the sort of shape you should do yourself. So you get a haircut, maybe you don't need to get a haircut, but then you can kind of follow the form that they did to cut your
Doing
beard
the,
and kind
career
of replicate
mode.
that in your own way. That's also an option. But you
Haven't
know,
really
what do I
played
know?
this game
Let's play
much,
the clip.
just started it. So
Only authentic Mexican shit. I don't know what it is. And my girl's never been cam, and she's like, "Oh, we'll cook spaghetti, penne, pasta."
How many Mexican dishes can you cook?
That's what I learned. I was like, "Where's the burritos? Where's the tacos?" That's not Mexican.
Chili Reno, like
Chili,
He cooks all the time.
oh, that's
It's just stuff I don't eat. That's why I'm losing weight.
You know what's weird about Brenden? And I've said this before many a times. Isn't Brenden one of the weirdest people to exist? Because Brenden is one of those type of people who clearly has a thing for Latina women. Or women who just have big bums, right? Who have like really
Big bums.
voluptuous figures, right? Big
That's
tits,
funny
big
how
bums,
they say
right?
that over
So let's
there
say maybe black
across
women,
the pond.
whatever,
Big bums.
Latina women. He seems to have a thing for them. Usually, if you're into women from a particular region of the earth, right? Usually that comes with an interest for their culture, for their food, for their music, for their language, for the country. Usually there's something in it. It's not just because you want to fuck a big titted, big bum with them. It's because you want to tap in a bit of the culture. You feel like inside you are Mexican. You feel like inside you are Brazilian. You're from Honduras. You maybe have some Caribbean in you. Something about that culture resonates with you. And you also appreciate the women. But for Brenden, it's purely surface level. He loves the big tits, loves the big bum, loves the fluffy lips, loves the fucking red hot passion of it. But when it comes to the food and the language, he could not give a single fuck. And how sad is it that he lives in a household where his mother-in-law sometimes visits often, because she's always there. His wife clearly, even though she's not from Guadalajara and she's from LA and she kind of lies about that, which is what it is, who knows, who cares. But clearly she identifies a lot with her Mexican heritage. She clearly cooks a lot of that food, he mentions it all the time, but he doesn't eat it. So
Hold on.
Brendan's at home while
on,
his wife's
guys.
cooking fucking delicious, authentic Mexican food. He's even saying in this clip, I think, he mentions that she doesn't even cook like tortillas much. She's not even cooking the stuff that you are
Alright.
used to seeing
My bad.
in fucking Mexican restaurants, right? Typical stuff like tacos and tortillas. Because guess what? When Mexicans are at home, they don't eat that shit all the time. There's much more to Mexican cuisine than just tortillas and tacos. So she's cooking all this interesting, expansive food that you could try and sample. And he doesn't want none of it. He doesn't want anything. So what's he doing? Is he ordering takeout? Is he ordering in and out while his wife's cooking real authentic Mexican food? While his mother-in-law's in the kitchen cooking something delicious, he's there ordering Domino's, Little Caesar, fucking, like what? Do you know how crazy that is to live in a house with somebody that can legitimately cook and is from a particular part of the world that has nothing to do with where you're from, speaks an entirely different language, not learning the language, and then ordering Domino's and Chick-fil-A and Popeyes and shit? That is embarrassing. I'd be embarrassed. It's so weird. I've never seen it, honestly, and I know there was a whole entire time when I was coming up in the streetwear scene, in the sneaker scene. If you guys know, you know. But when I was coming up in the streetwear sneaker scene, especially here in London, there was a period of time where, for some reason, everybody that was involved in the scene had an Asian girlfriend. And I mean like Asian as in like from China, Vietnam, or Japan, or Korea or something, right? I guess it's because of the clothes and the fashion. Everyone had this infatuation with having an Asian girlfriend. But, as weird as that was, they also had an infatuation about learning the language. They wanted to learn how to speak Chinese, how to speak Japanese. They read anime. They visit the country all the time. They enjoyed the food. Like, they legitimately had interest in the culture. It wasn't just, I want to come in and fuck all your women. I want to also partake in your culture, right? And have, like, mixed kids that have different, like, whatever. For some reason, it doesn't seem to resonate with Brenden. I'm not going to keep ranting about it. It's funny.
Is it always Mexican?
Only Mexican
Wow.
food. Spaghetti, penne, pasta.
And
Our
that's
Latino
the-
audience right
I
now
get it. That's
laughing
fine.
with me.
Yeah.
That's actually the lining of a cow's stomach that they eat. I go, Daddy's on the road too much for you to still eat cow stomach.
Oh, what a fucking piece of shit. So he thinks you can't eat cow stomach soup, which, you know, we have it in the country that I'm from. We also kind of make a similar type of dish. And it is kind of tasty. It's an acquired taste, don't get me wrong. But it is nice.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you're somebody that cares about your fucking jawline and stuff, being able to chew stuff like cow intestine and shit over and over again, like it's like similar to stewing a really hard steak, it's going to actually improve your jawline. It's good for actually teeth health and gum health and stuff. So there's loads of really good nutritional, you know, body benefits to it. This guy just wants fucking boneless fucking chicken and, you know, piece of crust with cheese in it and whatever. Do you know what I mean? He can't handle some, you know, some fucking quote-unquote poor people food. He's fucking incredible, this guy. Honestly.
Oh, really, dude?
One of the reasons I'm not touring so much in the summer is I told my son I'm going to dedicate myself to him for baseball. Smells in the house. I'm like a refugee in my house.
I feel like a refugee in my goddamn house.
Your girl doesn't cook?
Oh, that joke. So, some comedians, right? Some comedians film a comedy special.
Oh no!
And then they get tired and bored of the bits they did in the comedy special, and they don't want to ever hear it. Right? They don't want to ever hear it. And they get annoyed if they do say a particular line or phrase and pisses them off. Brenden actually doesn't mind it. He actually thinks, like I said, Brendan's amazing. In his head, he thinks it's fucking hilarious. So he actually starts to say more Gringo Pappy jokes in real life, even though, you know, most people did enjoy it and stuff. To him, it was a fucking blockbuster. Absolutely incredible guy.
Can we talk about the Jeff? So funny.
Imagine, I'm sorry, but if you're Eric Griffin, you have to punch this guy in the arm. He can't talk about your wife like that. He said she cooked strawberries. Imagine after all the shit he's been talking, basically complaining that his wife cooks lovely, yummy, delicious, authentic Mexican food. He's complaining that there's too much of it in his household, right? And he has to fucking rely on door dashing food for himself. Then, you know, Eric Griffin pops in and says, my wife can't cook. It's sad, but hey, she can't. Everyone's got their thing. And he just insult her by saying she cooks strawberries. Motherfucker, you can't talk. You're sitting there eating fucking pizzas while your family's eating fucking delicious home cooked meals because you don't like, I don't know, spice, or you can't handle intestines and you want stuff to be breaded and deep fried and shit. Come on, man.
So funny.
Eric Griffin can't sit there and have somebody insult your wife like that, man. That's too much, sorry.
I feel like a refugee in my goddamn house.
Your girl doesn't cook?
No.
Okay, can we talk about the Jeff? So funny.
You can't let him say that about your wife. That's actually funny as well. Big up Brenden for actually being funny. That was actually funny. Strawberries.
Damn.
Oh, I remember Eric was sitting there letting him insult his wife while he's there eating fucking pizzas in home when they home cooking it. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Anyway, moving on from that one, we've got another clip here another clip here to play called Narrative B, again courtesy of the Fire the Kids subreddit. Big up those guys for doing this. Let's play this right now and see what the vibe is saying. Narrative B, narrative.
Trying to promote the special, the Gringo Poppy. Thank you guys so much, everybody that watched it.
You can see in his eyes he doesn't believe what he's saying, innit? Even just if you go back to the beginning. Look how sad he looks. Man, sometimes I feel bad for the dude because, you know, the stick he got for the Gringo Pappy was a lot. But sometimes you also have to say to yourself, like, you're a grown-up. You have to have better quality control. You can't watch Gringo Pappy and sit there and think, okay, this is ready to go out. You should have better quality control and know, hey, this isn't ready. I'm going to fucking put this on ice and we're going to go back to the drawing board. Really and truly, because he did it to himself, really. He shot himself in the foot in an epic way, because when that shit came out and people saw that there was no clear difference between You'd Be Surprised and Gringo Pappy, and he actually maybe has gotten worse. Woo!
So I had a hell of a run promoting the special to Gringo Pappy. Thank you guys so much, everybody that watched it.
Yeah, big up, Rinks. You know how it is. We got the fucking keto Philip Schofield out, so now I'm out here, and I mean, no fucking kids allowed where I'm at, and we're just talking shit on the fucking live stream. Let the light coming from this side, so I have to use the fucking LED light and get my whole forehead full of sweat. And I have to sit here and finish a whole jar full of green juice and feel fucking amazing as the chat locks in and tunes in as we play these clips. That's what we're doing in the morning. So big up the Rinks, big up the chat. If you're enjoying the stream, make sure you're fucking pressing that like button down below. Let me get close to fucking XQC money and we're all gonna be rich. We're all gonna be balling. 1K to the chat if I get that fucking SQC fucking contract. So jump in there, get involved, smash that like, back your boy, let the sun keep shining, and let's fucking go.
Oh, jeez.
I love navigating on the street and at the shows. It's insane. So that's why I put on YouTube. And god dang, is that the right choice?
I'm praying.
I'm about to restart.
I'm praying that what I'm hearing isn't true. Maybe
Yo,
that's the best way to-
I'm gonna say this now, I've said it before plenty of times. You're never gonna see, and again, I don't wish it any good. You will never see Brenden or Brian cry as much as they did when they found out Chris D'Elia got exposed for being a fucking pedo, alright, or a diddler, allegedly. You'll never see them crying as much as they did for Chris as they will do if something happens to somebody in their family. I don't want to say it, but it's the truth. And God forbid something happens to Rogan. Touch wood, it doesn't. But honestly, you will never see them cry as much as they did when they found out Chris got exposed for fucking doing all that nasty shit to girls and fans as with their own family. I guarantee you, it was so fucking weird. Watch. Just you watch.
That is pretty weird.
I can't talk.
I can't talk.
You know, it's like it's a weird thing because I said it to Brenden. I said it's like you know, it's like watching someone die. Or something. And also, it's just, you know,
oh, these guys are phenomenal.
Compliment. That's such a compliment. It's the same thing. I've had people go, shut up, like, there's no way. You come to the show?
Who said that? This guy lies about everything. Whoever said Shul doesn't write his jokes? Actually, I've always said, if Brenden actually does want to pursue stand-up comedy, my theory has always been Brenden should give up stand-up. Give up stand-up and do instead live podcast shows, where maybe you do little bits and shit, but it's more so a variety show. Like, here comes Cheers doing his whole crying Filipino singing voice thing. Here comes Little Brows doing his fucking frat boy rap shit. Here comes, I don't know, the boy that lost all the weight, looking all weird and shit. Like, there's something wrong with him. Like,
like
all that stuff, that shit
ridiculous.
wouldn't be happening, right? And then there's the comedy. But him just getting on the stage and performing every day is a waste of time. But if he actually does want to pursue stand-up comedy, I've always said Brenden should actually do what Chris Rock does and just hire writers. Chris Rock essentially is the person that presents the jokes on stage and maybe fine-tunes them. But it's very well known that Chris Rock has a writing team that helps him put jokes together. And he maybe does the final piece and put it together in the show and presents it. But he doesn't, it's not a hidden thing, it's a thing that people do. So that's what Brenden should do. Brenden should actually hire a team of writers to put together a fucking bit and then present that on stage. Then he might be funny, but his ego is so crazy that
Oh, my
honestly
Buddha.
people want to hear his jokes. But his jokes are You'd Be Surprised. His jokes are Mexican cookies with salsa in it, like fucking horrendous. He needs the help, actually. He actually needs the help.
And then Mark told me his dad, speaks to us over at Joseph.
Damn it.
They think what is it? Chris Rockburn? Chris Rockburn? Who's that? I'm like, oh man, that's dope. I'm
That
like,
is
what?
funny.
That's ridiculous. Oh, dude, hell yeah, man. Fuck it.
I think we all need a bit of delusion. Actually, If you actually want to be successful in life, you actually need to be this delusional. You have to believe. Like even myself, to sit here on the front of a fucking webcam, think people want to listen to me, you don't have to be a little delusion. Maybe to get on stage and to do what he does, you don't have to believe that you're actually better than what you are, and actually believe that you're the greatest thing since whatever. Because this is absolutely unhinged.
You think somebody else doing that? That's dope, dude. That's great. I mean, it's a good show. It was so good, you think somebody else is writing it. Hell yeah, dude. This is great. This is fantastic.
But let me say this too. I know I'm 6'4", 250 pounds. 250. I know I'm 255 pounds. I know I look like this stuff doesn't bother me. It hurts my feelings. It always has. It always has. I don't talk about it. Nobody wants me to come on here and talk about, how my feelings are hurt, because that's not the masculine
He's so disingenuous. This is so fake. Good performance, though. Very fake.
thing to do.
What
I'm
was it?
telling you
Mexican thing or masculine?
How my feelings are hurt, because that's not the masculine thing to do.
The
So
masculine.
I'm telling you,
Nigga, pronounce your words. Take your time. He's so lazy. Pronounce your fucking words. He just bails on the words. That's why I don't believe. I think somebody said it before in the drink. Somebody said they don't believe he has a speech impediment. He's just lazy. I believe that too. I agree with that. There's no speech impediment. There's no accent issues. He's just lazy. He just bails on fucking masculine. He just says man and just moves on. He just bails on the fucking words. Listen to
talk
it.
about
Here, hear it.
Nobody wants me to come on here and talk about, how my feelings are hurt, because that's not the masculine thing to do.
Masking.
Talk about, how my feelings are hurt, because that's not the masculine thing to about, how my feelings are hurt, because that's not the masculine thing to hurt, because that's not the masculine thing to do. But I'm telling you now,
Masking.
so all you guys know, it hurts my feelings more than you know. That's why I'm not on social media.
Ooh, Monday morning.
I will die on that hill that Brenden Schaub, the Schaub Show, is the worst piece of content in the whole fucking, patina, library, fucking coliseum of content that is Victor. Schaub Show is the worst representation of him as a content creator, him as a host, him as anything. And the main reason is because he does it early in the morning. He clearly does this on the way back home, dropping off the kids, probably, right, to school. He probably comes back and then starts recording. But he's clearly not a morning person. He clearly looks like absolute shit. Like his eyes, everything's already, impaired day to day. And then now he's getting on stream early in the morning and doing this. Bad decision. He should not do this. He should really, really try to do the Schaub Show later in the afternoon. Get some rest, get a workout in, splash yourself with some cold water. But the way he does it here is just awful, man. And the show really suffers from it. But like I said, the Schaub Show is the worst show he has in the whole library of shows under Flipkart.
Not on social media.
Ooh, Monday morning. It's more combat.
He's trying to G himself up. He's so bad. Brenden, man, please, you don't have to do this. And again, that's the thing. These guys make their own schedules. You make your own timetable. You don't have to do this yourself. Just give yourself the best option or the best possibility to do well. Right? Like, we all have our things. I remember for me, when I was revising in school, in college and shit, what I would do is that in order to revise well, I would just do like I would kind of spec out my day like a school day. So if I had to revise for some exams coming up, I would just split my revision days up like Monday to Friday, like I was going to school or college, and then have it from 9 to 5 or 8 to 3, whenever my kind of school timetable was, and just do an
you
hour
guys don't seem to
of
be
each subject.
digging this content,
and then when it
so
was 4 or 5, I'd stop. Because I knew my brain couldn't handle more than that.
we
Because
shall
when it
try
comes to evening,
something else.
my brain automatically thinks of playing outside and go to play football. And
I appreciate you coming through if you did. Just trying different things, trying to figure out what will get chat to engage, talk about different stuff in life, different things going on. But much love. Peace out. I will be back.